Dark, establishing shot of a suburban house at night. Slow zoom towards a single lit window. Eerie, minimalist ambient music plays low. They say a house settles at night. The wood expands, the pipes contract, the walls breathe. You tell yourself that to feel safe. You tell yourself it's just the house. But you know deep down that houses don't knock. Cut to a dimly lit kitchen. A glass is being rinsed under a faucet. The camera focuses on the clock on the stove. The time flips to 11:47. I was home alone, rinsing a glass in the kitchen. The clock just ticked over to 11:47 p.m. I remember that because I was waiting for the next minute to come. I was waiting for things to feel normal again. Because a second ago I heard a knock. Not at the front door. Not at the back. Came from deeper inside. From behind the walls. 3 knocks. Even. Patient. Like someone was testing the wood. The narrator puts the glass down. They dry their hands slowly on a towel. They force a nervous laugh, looking around the empty kitchen. I called out, my voice a stranger in my own home. Nothing. Just the hum of the fridge. I convinced myself it was the front door. Sound plays tricks at night. It bounces. It twists. So I went to check. POV shot walking down a dark hallway towards the front door. The living room is dark, lit only by pale streetlight through the curtains. The front door was locked. Chain on. I pressed my ear against the cold wood. And heard nothing. Not a cricket. Not a car. Just a thick, heavy silence. The narrator leans against the door. The camera is static on their face, half in shadow. And then, it came again. 3 deep, muffled knocks. Loud in the quiet. This time it wasn't behind the door. It was behind me. Further down the hall. Past the living room. Past the kitchen. Closer to the bedrooms. The part of the house with no way out. The narrator slowly turns. The hallway stretches out before them, dark and long. 3 closed doors are at the end. The camera pans slowly down the empty corridor. The air feels thick, almost visible. My feet felt like lead. I told myself it was an echo. But echoes don't choose a new place to live. They don't wait for you to get comfortable. The narrator walks towards the bathroom door. They push it open with 2 fingers. A flickering light reveals an empty, clean bathroom. I checked the bathroom. Empty. Just my own reflection staring back, pale and wide-eyed. I muttered to myself, get a grip. 3 knocks. Slower this time. More deliberate. Muffled, as if through a thick layer of clothing and wood. The sound didn't come from the bathroom. It didn't come from the walls. It came from inside my bedroom closet. Close up on the narrator's face. Their eyes widen in primal terror. Cut to a shot of the bedroom door at the end of the hall. It's closed. Sealed. My bedroom door was still shut. I hadn't touched it. The knocks came right through the wood. 3 of them. Calm. Controlled. Like someone was standing in the dark among my clothes, knuckles gently rapping on the hollow core, waiting to see if I would answer. POV shot as the narrator slowly, impossibly, starts walking towards the bedroom door. Each step is a heavy creaking mistake. Every cell in my body screamed to run, to grab my keys and never look back. But my feet moved towards it. My hand reached out for the cold brass knob. Extreme close-up on the narrator's hand hovering over the doorknob. The camera then focuses on the tiny scratch near the keyhole, the way the metal catches the dim light. My pulse was so loud in my ears I almost missed it. A soft, ragged intake of breath. Coming from behind the door. Breathing. Not mine. Slow. Shallow. It was right there. Pressed against the other side of the door. The narrator freezes. The air seems to thicken. They lean in just an inch closer to the wood. The camera focuses on the small gap between the door and the frame. Then came a whisper. It wasn't a word. It was the shape of a word. Breath forming a sound against the wood. And then, clear as my own inner voice. Whispering, strained, afraid. Let me out. The narrator stumbles back a step, but can't look away from the door. It didn't sound like a monster. It didn't growl. It sounded human. Scared. It sounded like someone trapped in the dark. The brass doorknob twitches. It turns slightly, then stops against the lock. A little louder, desperate, please. The narrator stares, frozen. Cut to a shot of their bare feet on the floor. Closer to the door now, the voice is horribly familiar. You locked me in. Extreme close-up on the narrator's face. The realization dawns, horror, confusion, and a deep primal fear. The voice, it was mine. Not identical, but close. Like a recording played at the wrong speed. Like a version of me that had been in the dark too long. The doorknob turns again. Slower this time. It clicks against the lock. The camera pushes in on the locked door. I never locked my bedroom door. I never have. If it was locked now, that meant someone had locked it from the inside. The knocking stops. The breathing stops. A beat of absolute, suffocating silence. Soft, muffled footsteps. 1, 2, 3. Moving away from the closet door. Moving deeper into the room. The camera stays fixed on the closed bedroom door. The hallway is silent. The shot slowly zooms in on the doorknob. The knocking stopped. The breathing stopped. And in the silence that followed, I heard something that broke me. Footsteps. Walking away from the closet. Walking further into my room. Whatever it was. It wasn't trying to get out anymore. The screen slowly fades to black, leaving only the faint outline of the bedroom door. A single soft, almost polite knock on wood. From inside the room. Fade to black. Text on screen. Like and subscribe for more horror, with subtle, creepy background ambience.